Hey guys, it's Alicia, and my hubby Jarrett here is with me too. Today I am going to be making, or we are going to be making, some white chocolate macadamia nut blondies. Now these are amazingly good. My husband first made these for me when we were dating, I believe, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they're just really, really good. So the neighbors invited us over to dinner. I wanted to bring something. And I thought, what better than these? Because they're just fantastic. So we're gonna make these up, but first I'll go over real quick what you're gonna need. You're gonna need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 1.5 cups of brown sugar, a cup of macadamia nuts, and then 2 cups of white chocolate chips. You're also gonna need a 1/2 pound of butter, 2 eggs, and a teaspoon of baking powder. And that is it. Okay, so first thing first is we are going to chop up about a cup of these macadamia nuts. Each bag says it's 3/4 cup.
You can't trust the stores with these, so you have to taste them. It's a must. You can't not do that.
Did they pass the taste test?
Yes.
I love macadamia nuts. So that's
good enough.
That's good enough, yeah. We're gonna call that good. If you hadn't eaten those other ones.
Hey, better safe than sorry.
No, gotta test it. It's going to the neighbors. Okay, so we're gonna toast these. So we've got the oven set to what? 400. 400.
And you just gotta watch them.
We're gonna toast those in the oven for a little bit. And that just kind of brings out the flavor of those. Okay, so while those are toasting, got my KitchenAid here, which my wonderful hubby bought me for, was that Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas. And I just finally unboxed it. We're trying to sell the other one. So finally got this one unboxed. And I'm gonna use it for the first time today. My other one did not have the tilt back head. And this is the style I like, so. I also love this color. I didn't get it for the color though. I got it because I like this tilt back. To start with, we're going to take the butter. And I did not let my butter come to room temperature again. So we put it in the microwave for a couple seconds. Am I the only one that never remembers to take my butter out? Because I feel like I am. Okay, so take the butter and the brown sugar.
So good.
And we're gonna just cream the 2 of these together. Okay, that is nice and creamed. So now I'm gonna add in my vanilla and my eggs. And I'm gonna let this run slowly as I'm doing this.
Put some amaretto in them bad boys.
Should put amaretto in. So we're gonna dump a little bit of vanilla in there, probably about a teaspoon.
Because they have kids in that program.
And then the eggs. And I'm gonna just let that get all mixed together. And then while this is mixing, I'm gonna go ahead and take my flour and my baking powder and mix these together real well. Really, if you want to do this the correct way, you should sift this. I never do. And you know what? It always turns out fine. So the sifting thing is just not something I do.
This isn't a fine pastry.
No, it's not a fine pastry. It does taste fine though.
Oh.
I'm gonna turn this up a little bit.
So I took the nuts out. I've done them more than this and less than this, but I don't know if it's showing up on the camera, but the oils start to come out, which is what you want, and then you get that nice toasted color. I don't know what that took, probably 7-8 minutes. But the key is you got to keep checking because it's real easy to burn them instead of toast them.
Okay, so once I've got my batter looking like this, I'm gonna slowly start pouring in the flour mixture. And just mix it a little bit at a time or else it's gonna fling everywhere, which I'm known to do. I'm gonna just scrape down these sides to make sure this is getting well mixed. Some of that is sticking to the sides a little bit. Now that the dough looks like this, it is done. So I'm gonna take this off of here, and then we're gonna fold in our chips and our macadamia nuts. But first we gotta chop up those macadamia nuts. Okay, so while he's chopping those up, I'm gonna go ahead and take this 9x9 pan here, and I'm gonna spray it with this Baker's Joy. Now, I had a couple different people in comments, or in the comment section, on one of my bundt cakes recommend this, because my bundt cake got really, really stuck, one of the ones that I made recently, or not real recently, but anyway. A couple people recommended this, and so I picked some of this up, and I'm actually gonna try that for these too, because otherwise you would want to grease this pan with butter and then lightly flour it. But I'm thinking this stuff is gonna work just as well, because it's a non-stick baking spray with flour. So I'm gonna spray this down. Real well. Sorry, I just sprayed you, didn't I?
You'll pay for that later.
Holy goodness, I'm getting Baker's Joy everywhere. Anyway. Okay, that smells a little potent. All right.
So I don't do an even chop because I like the variety, or the different bite with every piece you get. So that's what it is, chopped up. Well, that's how I do it anyway. So I've got some full pieces and some medium pieces and some fine pieces.
Okay.
And that'll get spread out through the batter.
Okay, so yeah, now we're gonna take those and this whole bag of chips here.
The whole bag?
The whole bag. Got a mess over there.
Oh, we're cooking.
Yeah, real life.
That'll smell good too.
And you want your oven preheating at 350 while you're doing all this. So I'm gonna just stir this or fold this all in.
I got a pretty good mix.
And I guess you could use more or less of both the nuts or the chips if you want, but that seems to be a pretty good amount. So now we're gonna just take this and put it in this 9x9 pan. This dough is definitely a little tough to deal with, but that's okay, it's worth it.
I am married after all.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I'm gonna just press this in. I'll let you do it. You got bigger hands.
We've pulled this out at just under 30 minutes. You can see that it's starting to get brown on the outside, and every time I've done this, the outside pieces have been drier than the inside, but it's all still really good. Put in a toothpick and it came out dry. And so now you just let it cool, and once it's cool, we'll flip it upside down and get it out of the pan.
Okay, so we've let this cool. Now we're gonna flop it out on a piece of parchment paper. Whoa. And it came right out.
Oh, it smells good.
It smells heavenly. Oh my goodness. So now we're gonna just cut these up into bars, right?
Yeah, and I do, 1-inch square bars, because this is rich.
Yeah.
So we'll, and I'm not any good at measuring, but that's the goal anyway.
Okay, so we've got that cut up in little pieces. Show what it looks like inside. Okay, now I'm gonna have my daughter try one of these. She hasn't had these in a really long time. Go ahead.
Tastes like a cookie, but better because it has that nutty flavor from the macadamia nuts. And then the burst of sweet, the white chocolate. 10 out of 10.
Okay. I would try it, but
Too many points.
too many points. Those are definitely not Weight Watcher friendly.
Here's the thing, there's 81 servings.
That's 81 servings. So actually, yeah, they probably are fairly Weight Watcher friendly if you just ate one. Not Weight
Well,
Watcher.
64.
64 servings, yeah. So not Weight Watcher friendly by any means, but I guess what I'm saying is, if you only ate one, you probably would not completely blow your points for the day. But we're gonna go ahead and plate these up and take them over to the neighbors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.